All right. Hello, everyone. Yeah, well, that was quick. And normally it doesn't go live that quickly. It normally has a
it jumped right in.
bit of weight. But we lost Charles again too.
There's no wait.
Hello, everybody. What? Say something?
Oh, we assure you, we are a professional broadcast, and we are starting on time.
I'm in a. I learned the beauty of muting mics the other night. It was great. You guys should have been there. It was terrific. I was in a meeting. I was muting mics. I got kind of mute mad. I was click, 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 click. All the words are mine now. It's great. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the season premiere of Indie Vault LiveWire. You didn't even know we counted seasons, did you?
You just started that today, right?
No. There's actually a breakdown. Every 60 or so episodes, I like to start a new season. It kind of helps when I'm trying to figure out where someone was at, especially since now I have to go back and remove videos because people are weird.
Is there a reasoning to that number, or you just?
Well, no, it just helps me find so I know if I have chunks of video set at 60, I don't have to keep scrolling infinitely through, a bunch of content trying to find out what video a person was on that I have to make private or take down now because.
So it's more of a technical thing, less a creative thing.
Oh yeah. There's no creativity behind it. Although
a clerical thing.
right. However, it did give me an excuse to make a whole new opening and some other stuff. So here we go. I'm gonna hit the intro. Welcome everyone to the new Indie Vote LiveWire intro and all that good stuff. We're gonna get in some trouble. Remember this one? Well, that one's gone. that one's gone. We don't do that anymore around here. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Prepare yourselves.
The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares. For real. The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. Why are you still here? Seriously, don't watch this. We can't warn you strongly enough. Do you need a doctor of some kind? What is the matter with you?
Hello. There we go. That feels great. Nice new intro. I feel like I get to sully up a whole new program again.
I feel like Zim should come out of a cake for that one,
It should.
There should be like some pyrotechnics, shoot him out of a cannon through a cake.
That would be great.
Seems like it was missing something or someone.
Yeah, we left everybody out.
It was Santino. That's who was missing.
Charles Santino. Yeah, we forgot Charles.
I left everybody. I know the funny thing is, I had everything set up. That video was actually longer, and then my computer decided to do a reset last night, so I lost everything. I kept trying to bring it up, but Adobe Premiere and After Effects, they were like, "Nah, we don't know what you're talking about. We refused to admit those files. Those files don't exist."
Done.
So I had to remake
excuse.
it. Yeah, I had to remake it starting at 6:00 p.m. I was like, "Oh no!
I suggest Zim as was it Evil Knievel? I think that'll work.
We could do that. We could do it. We could put Randy on a motorcycle and send him down the street screeching. He's gonna jump 2 comic stores.
I could do that.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Varian Grant. I'm the founder of Indie Vault Media LLC. Started making comics way back in 2008, and that's a long time now. I realized today. I was like, man, that's a long ass time. 2008. I keep thinking I was like 3 years ago, but it is not.
That's when I graduated.
Shush your mouth. We had to talk today about her age, and I'm like, you know what? It's just sickening. Youth is wasted on the young. And I'm joined as always by the lovely Indie Princess. Hello, Lola.
Hello. I am Lola, the Indie Princess, and I am the ESD over at IndieVault.com, and I am the creator and writer of Lore, which is now funding on Indiegogo. So go check it out, guys.
That's Lure. Lure on Indiegogo. Lure. Look it up.
Oh, I thought okay. Lure. That makes yeah. I thought you said lore.
No. Lure. I'm gonna be bored.
I could tell you didn't catch that by the quizzical expression on your dinosaur face.
Right?
Mr. Zim.
Hey, everybody. I'm Randy Zimmerman. I've been doing alternative and independent comics for longer than probably most of you have been alive. I've done just about everything in this business you can imagine, freelance for many, many decades. And right now I'm resurrecting Arrow Comics once again, back from the dead. We're going to start up with doing some titles for the direct market here in the latter part of 2021. And I also have a campaign that's just about to close over on Indiegogo called Indie Volt Revolt, where we have a group of people from the Indie Volt podcast all get together and do short stories, all except for Varian and Lola there, that we didn't quite get enough backers up there in order to motivate them to do a story. So but the book is at least 130 pages long. It'll probably be 140 before it's done. We only need a few more, I think 15 more backers, and we'll add another 10 pages of short stories to that book. It's going to be a tremendous book, 2 cover sets. Go over there and take a look at it on Indiegogo. That's Indie Volt Revolt. If you type Revolt in, it should pop right up. So, and I'm real happy to be part of the Indie Volt network for their many, many, many seasons.
They're multi-season affair.
Multi-season.
Yeah, wait.
Yes.
3 seasons worth of content. It actually helps too with the Indie Volt TV when I put it up there, because I can break it down to seasons too.
What season number are we on? Just out of curiosity. 3. Season 3. Yes.
Can we be like the government and give yourselves your own rewards, or awards, and then be like, we're an award winning.
Oh, we do have an award show coming up. We might have to reward ourselves or something. Yeah.
All we have to do is finish this season, and we can apply for a pension.
There you go.
Eric, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man? Hello, everybody. Eric Hodson here, Dreaded Dinosaur Man, creator of Dreaded Dinosaur Man on Webtoon and Tapas, and the host of It Came From Webtoon on Mondays here on Indie Volt at 9 p.m., where we cover Webtoon, Tapas, and probably some other comic book hosting sites that are out there on the internet. So I'm the creator of Roddy Piper, the Kilted Avenger as well. Got a bunch of other comic book projects coming up in the works. Colorist for Arrow Comics, if he ever sends me some files.
I got stuff.
You told me that last week.
I know.
And
I still got stuff.
Regular contributor to Indie Volt, although you wouldn't know it from the intro. And happy to be here as always. This isn't Soda Pop, so tonight's going to be a fun night.
Well, he didn't say he had stuff for you. He just said he had stuff.
I thought he was busy. So, but now that I know he really wants the stuff, I will make sure I get it to you.
He wants it so he can be late.
That's cool.
That's
I have to be a real comic book artist. I have to be late. I have to complain.
It's okay because
I got to get butt hurt when I don't get paid enough. I mean, I got a checklist here to keep up with.
Yeah.
As long as he hasn't turned in that back cover, I'm not late. All good. It's all good.
Buddy.
Hello. I
Hello.
am Professor Raptor, otherwise known as Buddy Lord. I am the writer and I guess manager, producer of Sins of the Fae, a comic book that is in demand on Indiegogo right now. I had asked to come on here because basically everything about the comic has changed and I wanted to show it off.
Okay. We'll take a look at that. Everything's changed. It's all different. All different, all new. And Eric Watkins, hello, sir.
Hello.
That's when Eric perked up. It's when you said all different, all new. He's like, oh, he's
all different, all new.
He's like, that's me.
I am the founder of Broken Icon Comics. Started making comics in 2009. Severian's got me beat there by a little bit. I've done film work with some Chinese studios, some American studios out in LA. And I'm on to talk about the Kickstarter for the Ballad of Al Snow and Head. It's a project that I worked on with former WWE hardcore champion Al Snow.
Cool. I can't wait to talk to you about that. That's we got a chance to look at that last week. That's gonna be a fun book. And and Charles, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, my computer says that everyone can see and hear you, but that's not true, is it?
No. We can all hear you though.
That is a lie. Well, I am the creator of Rammur, RAMMUR, live on Indiegogo right now. And Rammur has the shortest elevator pitch in the history of entertainment. He is a master thief in a future police state. 7 words, that's it. And if you can link to Indiegogo, you can see the video.
Cool. We'll be checking it out a little bit later here today. First, we got to get into it. We got to go through our questions. Randy,
Sir.
Everyone who sent in a question should be named Bitter Billy.
Wow. It's going to be a fun night. I guess Eric was right.
A bucket of crabs waiting for us, huh?
Wow. Maybe I need to change my drink as well.
Yeah.
Going to be a drunk stream?
Well, depending. We'll go to the light one. This one wasn't that bad. This one was just a little salty, though.
Hey, GR Comic-Con. Mark, how you doing, Mark?
Hey.
Paul Jinx Williams. Paul Williams? Really? Paul Williams. Can't be the Paul Williams, can it?
No, I doubt it.
No? Phantom of the Paradise, Paul Williams? Oh, my God. I honestly don't see the point in grading indie comics. I get that it might look good on your table, but until that bitch has some rarity, it's shit on a silver platter. Make good on your idea, then grade, folks. You're just trying up the CGC lines with worthless indie content.
Tell us how you really feel there, Paul.
Yeah. Worthless? My feelings.
Worthless indie content.
I know I'm going to be using shit on a silver platter in regular life as part of a sentence from now on.
So your shit. Yum. Ugh. You know what? I know a lot of people who grade their comics, and that's fine. They want to do that. Want to give money to CGC, that's fine. You know, it's nice to have your book graded and have it on the shelf somewhere. You can say, look what I did, and this was pristine. Never been touched by human hands. Neither of the 300 copies in a long box over there, but still. You know, the point is, you know, we have it graded. So I don't have a problem with it. As for tying up CGC lines, you know, I think that might have a little bit more to do with CGC's system rather than people tying them up. What do you guys think?
Anybody? Bueller? Anybody?
Bueller.
I mean, I think like as a creator, especially maybe the first one off the line or something for each person or the one you choose, for each edition or issue you create might be nice. You know, just for you. I mean, if you're a collector, isn't that what you do in the first place?
I don't have a single CGC book, but yeah, I mean, I can see myself doing it. I mean, now, I know at some point I'm going to end up buying a CGC book. I know that, but you know, it'll be something that I want.
Also, my economic nerd says he's using the wrong word. Rarity is not scarcity.
That's true. Although,
I know we got a few copies of Roddy Piper graded. We got a 9.8 and 9.6 out of the first print run, but we had a really low first print run and had to make some changes for the second print run. So it's actually even more of a rare book there for the first print run. But beside the point, I got to wonder if Paul maybe got burned. Like he had a whole stack of variant covers from Marvel that he wanted to get CGC'd so they could flip it and sell it to Dennis. But maybe they called him and said, look, we've got a whole bunch of indie books that are just shit on a silver platter, and you're not going to get your stuff back in time to flip them.
Yeah.
And maybe he's bitter about that.
We CGC books or CBCS because we have customer bases that buy our books particularly that way. When we started the Al Snow campaign, we had people contact us right off the bat and ask when they can put an order for their graded books. I mean, we sell a lot of graded books. So, I mean, if that's shit on a silver platter, there's a lot of people buying shit on a silver platter.
Well, I mean, at that point, it's you know, it's just a good that your customers want. So it doesn't matter what they think.
Exactly. I love how other people tell people how to spend their money. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Matt says, aren't indie comics by nature rare? He lost me right there. I mean, yeah, we don't print as many as, you know.
Well, that was that was my point between rarity and scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
Like he means scarce. He means they're not scarce, because scarce would mean that there's more demand than is the supply.
Yeah. And then he also says, the season premiere, get the fuck out. Is Mr. Rand going to show up and shake things up? Rand versus Randy for the lightweight championship of the world? Yeah, no. We let's show up and fire me.
You're fired.
But I own the place. It doesn't matter. And all of a sudden, fucking Comic Tom walks out as the new head of the show. I'm shaking things up around here. Oh.
We'll just have to look forward to seeing Paul at a Comic-Con with a rod up his butt when we have our CGC books on the table selling.
Yeah. He'll be upset.
Just hold it out at arm's length and watch him go to reach for it. No, never mind.
Sorry,
that was bad. I'm sorry.
So I've seen the latest comic books from Marvel and DC. Who wants to CGC those anyway?
Yeah, we can't talk about Marvel and DC books. Actually, Randy got yelled at for that last time.
Oh, really?
What? No, I didn't get yelled at. We got into a spirited discussion. That wasn't even on this platform. That was over on Jay's platform, and that was with a kid that, you know, I had my first book published when he was just getting into kindergarten. So he wanted to tell me how the business went, and I'm like, "Whoa, buddy, you know, let's talk."
Did you guys see that? The article with the was it the top 20 top selling graphic novels?
I
did.
Yeah,
yes. 14 of them are all manga.
No, you are wrong. You are wrong.
It's the top 20.
All 20.
All 20.
20 books.
Like 8 of them are Demon Slayer.
Wow.
I've never read Demon Slayer, but something's telling me I need to.
It's a damn good story.
Oh, no, don't go over to the next question yet. We haven't answered all of Paul's.
Oh, we haven't? Okay.
Paul, why are you buying independent comics to slab? Seriously, are you a collector? Are you a dealer? Why are you buying comics? Unless, see, I understand with Eric, he's got wrestling fans out there that are literally looking for hot and valuable books.
Both Erics, it applies for both
Erics with
Both
their favorite wrestlers. These are non-comic readers who are looking to preserve a product of their favorite wrestler or a wrestler they know or whatever in order to keep forever. And so they go out and slab the books. I have yet to see, and correct me if I'm wrong, a crowdfunding campaign that offers a slabbed book.
No,
I don't remember seeing any. I may be new to this. I don't know, but I haven't seen it happen. The slabbings of CGC being tied up is probably more for all of these ridiculous variant covers that Marvel and DC are currently doing, because you're getting one of 100 or one of 1,000 or whatever. And these, the buyers, collectors, or even retailers want to preserve those books as in as pristine shape as possible. But independent and alternative books being slabbed, that's pretty rare. I mean, I have, like, Varian has no slabbed books. That's what he said. I have 2 slabbed books. They were both given to me as presents to thank me for the work that I did on the product. They went out and got the book slabbed for me because they knew I'd want to keep a copy in pristine shape for the rest of existence. Mm-hmm. That's why you get this stuff slabbed in the first place. Indie alternative comics are meant to be read and enjoyed and entertained by the reader, not necessarily the collector. The rarity of the scarcity of the book is all hinging on how many people actually buy into that crowdfunding campaign. because the majority of these products are all print on demand.
You're breaking into a really good point, Randy, because we have a divergence in who is buying comics. The big two are being propped up by people who are doing the speculator market, buying all these copies, getting them slabbed in the hopes that Marvel or DC will make some stupid, crappy cartoon about it. And they can go and flip it for a few $100s or a few $1,000s on eBay. That's who's propping up the big two. The readers are coming to the independent market because we have original stories, compelling characters. It's the same reason they're going to manga. Original stories, compelling characters. They just want to read something and be entertained and be taken out of this shithole world for a little while with some escapism. That's all they want, and that's what we're giving them.
And after seeing that video this morning, Demon Slayer must be a hell of a property.
It is.
Yeah, Matt,
I know Attack on Titan is big, and it's on there at least once on that list. But wow, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia. That's a pretty crazy list.
Jujutsu Kaisen's in that list too. That's a good one.
Matt, you said turn heel. She's already healed. She's already a bad guy. She can't go any worse. And she probably could, get booed out the building. Hail Pete says that one. Hello,
Hail Edwin.
Hail Edwin.
Those books are worth about $350.
Speaking of turning heel, the shoe cam tonight presented by IndieCron. What are we wearing tonight, Lola?
Some heavy ass rainbow shoes. There you go.
Rainbow shoes.
They're about 8 or 10 inches. I can't remember.
It sounds like a backache.
Our thanks to Pixel Trader and IndieCron.
Got a backache. I pulled my back today.
Ooh.
Moving a turtle tank.
Oh yeah. Somebody wasn't helping you?
Excuse me.
Oh no. Let me guess who the turtle was.
Excuse the sneeze. I'm allergic to excuse the sneeze. I'm allergic to
her
bullshit.
Help, but he can't do much with his
So
I had the kid helping me lift the turtle tank.
Much with his shell. Yeah.
Okay, that happened. I can't help it.
Charles, it's good to actually see you down there. How are you?
Well, I got the Chrome.
I had to go get Google Chrome.
See what happens. Yeah.
I only have 16 different browsers, and I figured out Chrome was the one.
Yeah.
Thanks to variant, no T on the end of that, right?
That's right, no T. No. What do you think about that? Did you read the question that Jeff sent in? Was it Jeff? No, it was
Paul Williams.
Paul Jinx
Williams. Yeah.
I haven't really heard an interesting question yet.
Well, his thing is he's just upset that indie comics are tying up the lines, I guess. That's what he's trying to say. It's, because of indie comics getting graded, he can't get his CGC books back quick enough.
He really thinks that's what's causing the log jam at CGC?
Yeah. That's what he thinks.
He's completely wrong about that.
I blame slow workers.
I blame a zillion comics being sent in to be graded for no particular reason other than they were printed.
Well, CGC was already behind before the bug hit, but once the bug hit, everybody had a chance to go through their personal collection and go, "Hey, I should probably slab this book."
Has anybody noticed? Has anybody noticed that a Ditko Spider-Man that 2 years ago was $80 is now $400?
Oh yeah,
the prices have gone through the roof.
Yeah,
because people have nothing better to do, I guess, than speculate.
Well, and the dollar's not worth much anymore either. So,
well, the back issue market is exploding because the current issue market is eroding.
Yeah, that's a good point.
With the mainstream. Yeah.
I mean, you've got a lot of, there's the congress of a lot of things. I mean, the reserve currency is driving the all the diplomatic relations and everything. I mean, everybody's looking for a place to put their money.
Yeah, that too.
So I mean, go look at the crypto market. It's like basically, I don't know. It's like a roller coaster. It goes up and it crashes.
Can somebody please explain cryptocurrency to me?
It's like you're buying shares in technology, like you would buy shares in a company.
But what is the value based on?
Value is based on a limited supply, just like a limited supply of shares are released. It's really analogous to kind of with stocks.
But shares in a company is based on the performance of the company.
Correct.
What is your share in Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency? It's based on. I mean, if I were to start Charlie Bucks tonight, and open the bidding at $1,000. I mean, is there any more basis for what these cryptocurrencies are based on than that?
Well, there's a lot of that going around. You got Shiba token, Dogecoin was that way, but then you have institutional investment and institutional support. Banks are buying boatloads of Bitcoin. It's become a store of wealth now. There's so many large institutions that are part of it that there's no way that that's going away, because there's too many people who run the world would lose their money. That's where they're putting their money right now.
Yeah,
so
that can't possibly crash like all the other things that couldn't possibly crash.
No.
Well, it's okay. I'm starting indie coin tonight.
Oh man, I was going to suggest Zimcoin.
Zimcoin? Yeah, we can
Sounds
do
really
it.
good to me.
Do it off the Cardano
Zimcoin.
network, because that's the one that's reformatting Africa. That's going to be huge.
Eric, I know you. I just got word that you have to leave in a little while. How long do you got?
I can go about probably another half hour. I have I own a food distributor, so I'm up at 4 a.m.
Okay.
every day.
All right. Well, let me go to one more question here.
Yeah, no, do what you do, guys.
I just want to point out Jason Moore is in the house. Says, "What's up, folks?
Hey, Jason.
Manga rules the world." And of course, Big Daddy Bowser has just found us. Brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, don't you dare be sour, for Big Daddy Bowser has found you this very hour. What's up, Indie Vote? What's up, Big Daddy?
Yeah,
that's a great little paragraph there.
Thanks for listening.
All right. So who wants to get personally offended? Here we go.
Personally offended. Let's not take anything personal here. Jeff. Oh, I'm already personally offended. Jeff, maybe it's high time you old fucks stop reading about superheroes and make believe stories and get out in the real world. Being so passionate about a thing other than your children is extremely childish and makes me wonder, when's the last time any of you idiots got laid? Get a life. Jeff, get a better name. Anyway.
This guy has a book of hentai in his bathroom.
Oh, probably
Jeff has a pillow with his waifu all over it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's got like everything. He's got an internet waifu on OnlyFans that he pays at least $1,000 a month to. You know, he's trying to get her to get one of those like mood rings that changes color. You know, when he thinks of her, but so far she's neglected him.
Jeff, everybody's got a hobby. That's how you stay sane. You obviously have trolling for a hobby. So welcome to Indie Volt. We're glad you're listening.
I have questions about his passion for his children.
He might not have children.
I don't think he has any children.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Jeff. Did she make you get rid of the comic books? She made you get rid of them?
Sounds like it.
She made him get rid of Playboy.
Yeah,
I bet it was Jeff's wife's boyfriend that made him get rid of the comic books.
Yeah, if it wasn't that, then it was his mom.
Tyrone came in and said, Why you looking at them funny books, boy? Get them out of here. What's your problem?
Move over.
Being so passionate about a thing other than your children, it's extremely childish.
He's got a 9-to-5 dead-end job. He doesn't want to work it anymore. Doesn't qualify for unemployment. He's got nothing.
You
what
got
are you
no
talking
hobbies?
about?
You got
Tyrone's
no hobbies,
banging his
Jeff?
wife while he's playing with the farmer game on Switch with his kids, all right?
Yeah, could be.
Mommy sure sounds happy in there. Shut up.
Jason Moore says, Randy, no one ever needs to hear you say, "What's up, Big Daddy?" ever again.
You need to say it with that voiceover that you did for Lure.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Daddy?
Oh my God. Oh. It's all types of twisted. And our last one for the night. Our last question. No name on this one.
I was reading there. I'm like going, this guy's name is Hurt You Greedy Parrot, though. I wrote in before, and yes, I'm still charging back on indie comics on crowdfunded sites that charge more than $8 for a 32-page floppy. I don't give a fuck. See, I actually meant. There is no reason other than greed why people should charge that much for a comic book. What I do now is select a high perk, then complain that it's either damaged or not received. That way the dollar amount hurts you greedy parrot nose fucks.
Randy, are you writing these questions?
No, I'm not. I'm just reading them.
Yeah, I tell them to read them mean, especially when they're mean.
I don't want anybody to call anybody a parrot nosed fuck. Just look at the schnoz.
That way the dollar amount hurts, you greedy parrot nose.
Yeah.
First of all, what is a parrot nose?
I guess it's a beak, is what he said.
Frog, stupid fuck.
Well, how do we get?
Let's Google.
So
Why don't you guys have a better class of asshole? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, we get them. We get them occasionally. We
have some dick in North Carolina that just keeps sending us anonymous letters all the time. So.
And this one, this
Hey,
guy did
all
write
you
in.
trolls out there, look. This needs to be funnier. Like, step your game up, man. I'm encouraging you. Like, we believe in you.
I can see them there typing away, going, "They're gonna like this parrot nose fuck. It'll be great."
The
Yeah,
Flock
got-
comic laying down
Flock.
some truth bombs. Mic drop. Whoever wrote this does not know business and doesn't make comics.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those things where he's buying perks that are like $300-$400 probably, and then charging them back once he gets the stuff. Look, dude, if you don't want to buy, no one's forcing you to buy the comics. When you jump on the site and you
Well,
buy
not
a
only
comic-
that, but if you're buying like a $300-$400 perk, that's usually like something that's one of a kind, like somebody's like original art piece or something, and you're keeping that from somebody who does want it. You magnanimous piece of shit. Just say it.
Yeah, he is. He's doing that, and it's he's worthless, and you're not helping. Look, these guys are charging more than $8 because it takes a lot of money to put these books together. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've winced at some prices. Sometimes I pay them, sometimes I don't. But if I have the extra money, I'll go ahead and throw a couple extra dollars toward it because it's an indie comic. I know what it takes to make them.
Is this the kind of guy that like walks by a pretty girl and scowls because he can't have her?
Probably.
Yeah, slut.
Yeah. He probably wrote the last one too. He just didn't want to sign his name to this one.
I can't speak to what they do or don't do, other than the fact that they don't like a 32-page floppy for more than $8. Just, dude, don't buy it. And why are you bothering somebody's life by taking a high tier and then complaining and causing a problem in their life? It's bad enough they're charging $8 or more for a 32-page floppy, dude. You're just a greedy parrot-nosed fuck. It's the only way around it.
Project much?
I think the greed goes back the other way.
He's just out to troll and hurt. Doesn't do anybody any good.
Yeah. But
dude, if enough people don't like paying $8 for a 32-page floppy, eventually they'll stop.
Yeah. Matt says, "Oh my lord, this is my serious soapbox. Complete knucklehead. Not understanding the cost of making comics. I can rant about this for freaking days." Yeah, I mean it sucks. He would try this. Rebel Comics says, "Boom," and then he also says,
he asked earlier if he was a boomer. Am I a boomer? I think that was a 2-part message. Then he goes, "Boom."
And then he says, "Was that the next one? $4 a unit?
$4 a unit to print, just to print the book for him.
Mm-hmm.
Then add in the cost for art, for the book covers, bags and boards, stretch goals, etc. That's why."
Yeah, I mean, and no one's forcing you to buy these books. I mean,
no.
Larry's not putting a gun to your head and saying, "Hey, buy my book," or else,
And what kind of stupid sadistic pleasure are you getting fooling around with somebody's campaign? I mean, they're sitting there thinking that they're at least doing okay. Maybe they're able to print the book, and then boom, you come back, want a refund and complain that your thing's either damaged or not received. Come on.
And then you keep the shit because if it's an original art piece, imagine that artist sends the work out, and then now what are you going to do with it? Because I guess you could be a dick and put it online.
Yeah,
but I mean, still,
I've seen some pretty big comic book guys get really upset when they get a few, because some people, there were some groups in the past that would sort of hold it over certain creators, and then they would like mass return, And they were just, you know, it was like $200, $300, $400. It wasn't like thousands sometimes. And like, I mean, even guys like Doug TenNapel, like he flipped out over $250.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So I mean, you never know how tight, you know, the red line is.
That's true. That's true. We, you know, just don't buy anybody's book and then or buy a hype. If you don't want it, don't buy it. You're gonna screw somebody's life. And who knows? That person could come for you. You know, you do something stupid like
receiving something saying you didn't receive it. That I think would constitute fraud, especially if it was over a certain dollar amount.
Yep.
Here's what you do. You wait till they put the art online. You buy it. You get their home address. You visit said home address. And then you, well, you know, you do something and then flee.
You make things right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
All right, Dirty Harry.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or nobody.
Let's take a look at
the Flock says 400 plus perk for a creator is like they're giving you a piece of their baby. But think of this. An indie creator isn't Marvel or DC. They don't have free distribution, shipping, colorist, letterist, etc.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Sorry, Varian, to step on you there.
Oh no, okay. This guy's dick. Guy's dick. But let's talk about what he's probably not getting.
Probably not getting this.
No. He's not getting this, nor is he getting, well, you know, head. So the Battle of Al Snow and
Exactly.
$5,009. You're way past goals there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, pretty happy about that. I know Al's pretty happy about it as well, so we're excited over here.
Cool.
That's cool. I got a chance to see Al at a show with Eric. Well,
yeah,
2 years ago. Yeah, and just watching him and Billy Gunn walk around, I was like, you know, you watch these guys on TV and you're like, you know, yeah, they're big, but then you see him in person, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, this guy's a monster.
Yeah.
And he's even more jacked now than he when he was on TV. So
yeah. To me, Billy Gunn was like we don't even need why are they using CGC for Hulk? Like just paint him green and let him go do the job. That man is huge. But the Battle of Al Snow was your book, and you gotta be pretty excited, and you get to, you know, how much does Al have to do with the book?
So when it comes to the creation of it, Al lets us do what we do. So when it comes to the creation of the book, we have free reign. You know, he doesn't critique art or coloring or anything like that. To an extent, you know, he'll give his opinion on it, and I take his opinion pretty highly. But for the most part, when I wrote it, he didn't have anything for me. So the whole idea was to make sure we didn't mess his character up. So he was going to critique it, and he was going to make sure that it was what he would say, and he was going to make sure that you know, it was true to him, and he had no edits. So for this one, Al really, you know, with the story, it kind of lined up with what he wanted and what I wanted right off the bat. We had talked beforehand. We had met down in Louisville, and this one just kind of gelled. This one was kind of perfect. So he is a part of every step of the process, though. As art comes in, he looks at it, he gives his feedback. You know, he's a part of every single bit of it. He's super excited about it. And what I love about him is after 39 years, I mean, he's still so humbled by something even as simple as a comic book. So it's great. It's great having him, you know, help out with it, and he wants it to succeed. So he's all about helping, and he's all about, you know, doing what he can on his end to make sure that we succeed with it. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool. Now, you know, I know that Eric's got the Roddy Piper comic. You've got the Al Snow book. We need to make sure we get away these guys to come together and save the day.
Save the day.
I'm gonna play the video here real quick so we can.
Hi guys, former WWE superstar Al Snow here, and first and foremost, I want to thank you for checking out the Broken Icon project. I can't tell you how honored and excited I am to have my very own comic book out there, and I hope that you will support it, and I hope you will share this project and let everyone know about it. Thank you guys so much for being fans, and I hope you check out this comic book. It's amazing, the artwork, the writers, the colorers, the inkers, everyone. Make sure you check it out, and make sure you let everyone else know. Thank you.
All right, you guys, he's got 99 backers. I need somebody out there.
Yeah.
Back this book right now because it's bugging the crap out of me. He needs to be at 100.
And 100 opens the last stretch goal too. So 100 backers. The last stretch goal is 100 backers. So
I see you guys in the chat. I'm calling you out. You're saying this looks awesome. Somebody step up.
Yeah. Just step up right now.
Wrestling comics for the win.
What is the 100th back? What is the 100th stretch go?
it unlocks the window decal of Bossman Pepper.
Okay.
So this book is filled with stuff from Al's career. There's a lot of homages and odes. There's a lot of kickbacks to matches and events that happened in his career. And one of them that we did was the late Bossman was a good friend of Al's. And so he had an awesome storyline with Bossman with Pepper.
Okay.
And it ended up with Al eating Pepper in a hotel room. It's a great storyline if nobody's ever seen it. And we did Pepper in the book as dressed as Bossman, as a homage to the late Bossman.
Ah, I remember that storyline. Yeah.
And there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Little Pepper.
So one backer, and we get to open the last stretch goal.
Getting there, folks. Getting there. Let's get that pepper sticker. Don't you want a little pepper?
There it is.
There it is.
Pepper.
Hey, if that was you, Big Daddy Bowser, thank you very much because I see you in there thinking this looks cool. So
He says, Wrestle Talk has failed me. Why haven't they covered this?
Wrestle Talk was one of the few people that didn't pick it up. A bunch of the other ones did. We were really happy about that. But 100th backer, thank you guys. That's going to unlock the last stretch goal. So now everybody's going to get a window decal of Pepper.
Good old Pepper. I remember that storyline. I mean, that.
Oh, Matt Knowles got it.
Matt Knowles.
Thank you, Matt.
He says, please don't be changing my campaign. Yeah, Matt. And Matt's gonna. Matt, are you gonna be on Pitches Be Crazy Saturday?
There we go. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you. I'll definitely check it out.
The Kennel from Hell match was the worst match in the past 25 years. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately, and I've seen some matches that might qualify.
I'll never forget Al Snow's match where he had to wrestle himself.
That was that's homage. That's in the book as well. There's actually a section where we do that. That was a great match. My personal favorites, and I told this to Al when I first started doing the book, was Al was one of my favorite wrestlers from the Attitude Era. I was like everybody else that likes Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you love to hate The Rock. I love the Ministry of Darkness, even though I wasn't supposed to. I legitimately, Al Snow has always been at probably my top 3 from that era. Some of the most memorable matches I remember. I can almost play out step for step his match with Bob Holly when he gets wrapped in the fence in the Mississippi River.
Gosh.
It's a great match. And then his January 4th, 1999, him and Road Dogg for the Hardcore Championship, he debuted the Fear Me Head, and it was the only time the Fear Me Head ever made an appearance on TV. Later found out from Al was because Vince hated it. So like I love the idea of doing that specifically because I loved his matches. So like he was just so memorable from that era, and his character was different.
Job Squad.
Yeah. Him and Bob Holly and all those guys running around at that time. It was great.
Yeah, I remember getting the toy, and having a little mannequin head, and with the
Yeah.
toy. Then they wouldn't write stuff on it. Sometimes they wouldn't. Oh, this is violence against women. We can't do that. Come on.
He had the toy. He had the toy line pulled from Walmart in the '90s. They pulled the Al Snow because they said that it promoted violence against women because it had a decapitated head of a Barbie in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old
Some
days.
schmuck that doesn't watch wrestling,
Yeah.
to burr up their butt, thinks they need to make a point.
Yeah. It's the good old days, man. And now it's even worse.
That could be a statement about any entertainment today.
Yeah. Now it's even worse. I'm looking forward to this book. I definitely will. I'll back it myself. I like what what Eric did with Piper. This is more than likely going to be in the same vein. And I'm just waiting for someone to do a Steam comic. What does it take? What does it take? Who do I have to pay around here? Do I have to do it? Is that what you're saying?
I think for the most part, it's whatever. If you can get an agreement with him, you can do it. I mean, that's what it took with Al. We have a contract with Al to use his likeness. We use everything that he owns. There's a few things we can't use because the WWE owns them. It's literally as simple as that. It's, hey, how would you like to have a comic done about you? And then you sign an agreement letting you to use the likeness and their characters.
We're working with the family of the British Bulldog for the next book in the Piper series because we're creating a little shared universe here. And so we worked with them. We're going to have Harry in the book a little bit. He just re-signed with the WWE, so that's exciting. And we've got a lot of big plans, but what happens is we have the connections with the family, so we're trying to work those out. We know who we want to be the bad guy, but that's, again, you've got to get individual contracts because wrestlers are individual contractors. And you hope that WWE does not own their brand. Because one of the problems right now is we've been wanting to do stuff with Dusty. WWE completely still owns that. So anything that we do with Dustin or Cody or anything like that, we can't do anything with Dusty because WWE's got a lockdown on that.
Yeah.
So you hope that whoever you're working with owns their character free and clear and can sign those documents themselves.
Yeah, luckily we've got it with Al. One of the few things that WWE owned was the "What Does Everybody Want?" So that we weren't allowed to do the give and take in the book because WWE owned it. But luckily, Al developed this character at ECW, and he was doing it himself. So when he came up to WWE, it was all his. So Al Snow, the mannequin head, and everything was all him. So we got lucky that he had it all.
Who's going to do a Wild Samoans comic?
I think everybody would love that contract.
Yeah. And that would be great. That would be great. I remember Raven coming up to Eric's table and saying, "Hey, how come you don't make any prints of me?" And I'm like, "Eric, draw him. He's a large man." Draw him.
I feel so bad because I lost his business card, which had his personal phone number on it. So I feel terrible about that. But if it ever happens again, because we've got a lot of stuff in the works with Mess Bucket Comics, things I can't even mention. Piper opened some doors for us, and we're just trying to see this thing through. So I'm looking forward to some big things in sports entertainment comics.
There you go. Links in the chat if you guys want to pop over to Kickstarter and take a look at the Battle of Al Snow and Head over on Kickstarter. Get yourself in there. Back this book. You got 41 hours left, and it's important to know that there's a couple different tiers. There's a $5 digital PDF tier. Shipping in June 2021.
Yeah, this book is done and ready to go. As soon as it's over, we go to print. We've got an estimated 10-day delivery on books, and then we're going straight to shipping within 2 to 3 weeks of campaign end.
Look at that, the standard cover, $10. See, if you're cheap, like the one guy.
This is a nice 40. This is a nice 40-page book. I think I made it over that pain in the ass's threshold.
There's so many original art. He's got the Kickstarter European variant. Only shipping to certain countries. U.S., Canada, I'm guessing.
U.S., Canada.
All right. So yeah, get that PDF, and I always say, you contact people if you're out the country, because we got large radio listenership, which I'll be able to tell you the numbers for in a little bit. But contact the creators if you must have physical copy. A lot of these guys are more than willing to ship you a copy out of the country if, in fact, you can afford to pay for the shipping. So yeah, there we go. And thank you for coming on, Eric. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate letting me here within the last 41 hours getting on here and saying hey to everybody. And Eric, I'm excited to see you this weekend, man. Wrestling convention in
Yeah, we'll have to grab a
Indianapolis.
beer and stuff. And
Yep. Squared Circle Expo. It's in Indianapolis this weekend. That's where I'll be with Al. That's where you're going to be. So if any of you guys are in Indianapolis, come check us out this weekend.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on, Eric. We will keep an eye on the project, The Ballad of Al Snow, everyone. And hey,
thank you, guys.
What does everybody need? That comic. What does everybody want? That comic. And then so we got Mr. Buddy Lord here with his buddy. You had to go back. Your book.
Yeah.
It's all new, all different now. What happened?
It is.
What were you told? Yeah, no. There's you said everything's different in this book.
Yeah.
What happened? I need a backstory. I need things explained to me.
Okay. So I was about in a 48-page book, there's only 44 pages of principal art, right? And I was on about page 38 with the former artist, and we ran into some production issues, some because of COVID. Some stuff happened to him, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. But then right in the middle of our campaign, when we needed some new stuff to show, you know what I mean, to keep the irons in the fire, to keep it hot, keep people coming back, we didn't have anything. And then it got to the point where I was asking him to create some stuff, and he wasn't able to draw what was in my head. What I was coming up with, in scripts, he wasn't able to perform. And I kept having to change what I was drawing. So I'm like, okay, we had several what I call come to Jesus moments, you know what I mean, where we had a meeting and it's like, hey, can you do this? Are you able to do this? If not, it's okay, just tell me. And he'd say, no, I can do this, it's fine. And then so okay. So then we try it, and after 2 or 3 of those, we were like, okay, you're not able to do this. I have to find an alternative. And it turned out that my colorist is actually a really fantastic artist in his own right. He just had no faith in his ability to do a sequential. And I said, well, you don't have to. So I showed him Black Orchid with Neil Gaiman back in, I think, early 90s. And he was like, oh, I can do that. And I said, will it do that? So he's come up with a style that is a mix of a bunch of different people. It's his colors, but it's sort of like Dave McKeon. He says he sometimes focuses on Sienkiewicz, or he's got 3 or 4 or 5 different guys. He even this one everybody says is a regular artist, not a comic book artist. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember.
Fine artist.
Fine artist. There we go. He's a fine artist named Alex Gray. That does things because of the coloring and everything he did here. And this is what I call the microsurgery page. Basically, this is these little pea pod vines that are tearing into her skin and suturing her from the inside out to keep her from dying. So really cool art. But I mean, as you can see, it's a completely different vibe than it used to be. Here is it used to be a comic, and now it's fine art. This is going to be something you can put on a coffee table, and people are going to go, "What is that?"
With the other art, are you going to dump that, or will we see that again? Are we going to see it in maybe a behind the scenes featurette in the book?
I've been asked about that because when I was updating everybody, there were a couple of people that were like, "Hey, I still like the old art. Is there any way you can, put that out as well in some form or fashion?" And if enough fans come out and say, "Yeah, we want you to do that," then we'll do that. I mean, obviously, we still have them. We still have the rights to all the pages. Yeah. We just didn't have any use for them because once I found somebody who could draw my imagination, the story changed because it became what it was supposed to be, which is an extremely trippy mythological tale. Basically, the story is that the base like synopsis is Fae come to the Earth. They've been there for a few hundred years. We don't want to. We like them. We haven't ushered them away. Our gods get angry and literally strike the Earth down and want to enslave everybody. So now we have to be our own heroes. We have to be our own heroes.
It makes me tired.
I know, right? We have to be our own heroes, fight our gods. There's no one here to save us except us and the Fae. So together we rise.
And what was the was there any reaction when you told everyone, hey, I'm changing the art, or was it
one person came back and said they didn't like it and asked for a refund, so I gave it to them.
You know, I would wonder about stuff like that. Like, but I'm glad that you told people, hey, look, we're changing this, you know, rather than just, you know, put, you know, the content out and not say anything. That's
I wouldn't do that. I mean, I took the chance that, you know, I was like, if I have to refund, this is going to hurt. But, you know, because I mean, I spent, you know, like it made a little under 8, and basically that was for the old art. I've paid for all this out of pocket. And so that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm really glad June is we're going to be finished with principal art. I'm like, I'm done. I'm going to open up a Kickstarter for a possible extra 16 pages because there's a secondary story that we want to finish. And, you know, if we can get the money for it, great. If not, I can't keep putting money into it, everything, you know, myself. But I think it's gorgeous. You know, it's a completely different feeling. Like, you know, Eric was saying that it's more fine art now than comic book art. And I mean, you know, people were like, I want to see landscapes in the comic books. Okay, how much more landscape can you get than something like this?
Yeah, no, this looks great. You're gonna have to you gotta go. You can't sell the original art because now it's gonna be all fine art. Now you gotta have someone to come tell you the provenance of stuff shirt.
Or like
provenance of this is I remember when I was with the Hamilton family in New Brunswick.
Are you going to the Sins of the Fae opening tonight at the Galleria?
Oh, of course. I need to become an art snob.
It could be, you know. I mean, look at this. This could be on somebody's wall.
Yeah.
You know, and what this literally is I was talking to Eric about this. This picture is a woman stuck in her own single thought. This is the collection of nerve endings and everything within a single synaptic pulse from axon to dendrite.
See, much more.
Buddy just revealed that he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, that's all he's trying to do. I mean, really, he's just.
You can tell he's an actual writer because he waxes eloquently with his speech.
Yeah. Me, I'm like, something.
This comic look good.
Yeah. I just put a lot of
now. Much wow.
Yeah, I just put a lot of cuss words in there, and people usually say, "Oh, this guy's he's with it.
He's an adult."
Yeah. You know, there were a couple of F-bombs in there. Whatchamacallit. People get it. Look at that. And Eric likes that. Big undersea creatures eating things.
Yeah.
That's right up Eric's alley.
Yeah, well, there was actually, you know, I mean, I write best, you know, what I know or have observed, and he draws the same thing, right? So this is actually a creature that he had in his tank for the longest time. He had an aquarium tank with like some sort of eel, and he drew basically the eel with an anglerfish head and teeth.
But I don't like creatures. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I don't like things swimming around like eels or long creatures like ferrets. A friend of mine had a ferret. She brought it outside once, tried to put it in my car, and I freaked the hell out. Like, I got out of my car and walked down the block because it's like it's long. Ugh. My ex-girlfriend had a wiener dog. I hated it. Ugh.
When I was in Florida working in Lake City, this guy pissed me off, so I put an alligator in his car.
Okay,
a baby.
Where did you go find the alligator first?
Well, in the facility that we worked at, they had a bunch of like baby alligators in the pond, so I just went up by the pond and grabbed one.
I want you know how, like, I'm gonna say how mean you have to be to, like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put an alligator in that fucker's car. That's what I want to do. Like that's that's evil. That's evil. Yeah, Lola
It
likes
was like,
alligators.
it was only like 3.5 foot.
That's a baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
see,
I'm saying.
no, that's not cool. I mean, if he probably deserved it though. Mary Machine Gun says, "What's up? Hey, greetings, Mr. DeVille." So yeah, this looks pretty good. Now, Indiegogo, you're already in demand on this book, so you've got. When are you gonna come out of demand? How long do they got to go over there and back this?
Well, we are going to go until at least June, and we're going to finish the principal art. We know in June, maybe sooner than that. I hope for sooner than that. But we're going to do that, and then it's only going to take a few weeks from that to complete production. There's not that much, so we're just going to do it in house with. He's in Canada, and he actually has worked with the same like printer and everything for people like Greyhound and junk like that for over 30 years. So he can literally just like go have lunch with the guy and figure out what to do. So, we figured it out. We ran the numbers, and it's going to be like, a couple $100 more to do it that way. But he's got, a lot of knowledge and everything. And he's, his name is on it. So he wants it to be perfect.
Okay.
So I know that, he's going to do a great job. And I'm like, all right, well, I'd rather let's just do that, get it done. It'll be done faster for the fans so that we can fulfill it quicker. And then we still have this where we have we created the language that's in, Viking, Klingon, and Icelandic runes, or a combination of, and he sort of created our own like magical language, and everybody's gonna get that bookmark. And you can like
it's
again,
a decoder bookmark, right?
yeah, because like I said, like Odin, remember like Odin to get the runes of magic, he hung himself from the world tree for 9 days and 9 nights, and so this is kind of like. She's supposed to be a daughter of Yggdrasil, and because she's a daughter of Yggdrasil, she's got that same ability. She can speak the words of creation, the same runes that he created. Those are those runes, and so you can, as she casts spells, if you want to, you can see what she's actually saying.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I remember you talking about that before and making up the runes. See, that's too much work for me. Nope. I'll search Adobe stock and see if someone has them. This looks pretty cool though, and it is over on Indiegogo, guys. You can get into this cover A and B, $45. Digital copy is $10. There's cover A, $25. Shipping worldwide. So again, let's make Buddy regret that he's offering a worldwide shipping tier. I tell people that, and they never believe me. But original paintings.
No, I do already regret it.
Okay.
I do already regret that. I do. That is somebody from Singapore ordered. Somebody from Singapore ordered everything, and I'm like, that's going to cost me like $1,000.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
There's a piece here with the girl with the tattered sweatshirt on, the robot arm. It's a beautiful piece. I like that. That needs to go on my wall. Top of that, she's hot.
This one here.
Yeah.
This is actually from a very famous artist that knows X, and we got this done for less than he normally gets paid.
Okay.
I guess it's John Gallagher.
Okay.
Who does like pieces for I don't know, like basically Disney for like 50,000.
Ah.
And he did this for $600.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a gorgeous piece too. And the girl's hot. It helps,
You got to have the hot chick, right?
Yeah, I could date a girl for a robot arm. I mean,
I could date a girl with her. I could deal with it.
Yeah, I could deal with it after a while. Yeah, the art on this looks fantastic, guys. You got just a couple days to get over there. You never know; he could change his mind.
I could.
He
just hand it tomorrow. I'm done. That's it.
Yeah,
30 pages. Get out.
Yeah.
And really, how many other books have you seen like this recently that heralds back to those great old days of painted comics, Dave McKean and Moonshadow and those kind of works? You don't see that very often out there anymore. And I can't say I've seen much in the crowdfunding market that resemble anything close to this.
No, I mean, that's one of the things that we thought is that we believe we have something incredibly original. And this is also the story, and it's not to toot my own horn, it's a novel, like it's a novel type story. It's very deep layered, but it's also it has a kind of a Frostian feeling, because if you just want to look at the pretty pictures and just kind of see what people do and think it's cool, you can do that. If you want to look deeper, it's there.
I'm jealous.
Okay.
Now I gotta go back and Randy will tell you I'll go back and change up all my art now.
You might not see anything from him from another year and a half.
I'll be just like the last year and a half.
Yeah, he's gonna go back and learn how to paint now.
Yeah, you know what's funny is those, again, I'll do it. I'll do it, damn it. Can't stop me. No, I've done it before. I've gotten mad and went back and said, I can't do any of this. I suck at art. I'm gonna redo everything. And then I redo it. It looks good. And then just as I'm getting ready to launch it or drop it, someone else does something that blows it out the water. And I'm like, back to the drawing board. Looking up. So yeah, this looks good. Look at those pages. The lettering looks good. Who did the lettering for you?
It's the same guy. His name is Zevius on Twitter. And so a lot of this is just placeholder. We just wanted to get the words in there so there was what he calls a figure to ground relation, so that we could get the look of how it was, how it was going to be when words were there, to see if it would fit at all. So he was like, I want to figure this out or do that and da 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 da. So he would be like, give me some words. I don't care what they are. And I'm like, okay.
I need words. Let's go.
Lorem ipsum.
Right.
This looks good, buddy. Let us know when you close it so we can, come back and take a look at it and see where you end up at.
Absolutely. We are going to do eventually a Kickstarter campaign as well. I just feel like that we should fulfill this first. So,
I'd have to say I liked what when we previously had you on covering it. I liked that a lot. This, I also like it, but I like it with money. So
I see. I like this. I would like to have this.
Right.
There you go.
I think that when you see someone take a book back to the start and redo things too, it tells me that person cares about the product. So that's cool that you did that, and scary too, because shit, what if everyone was like, I'm not coming back, screw that guy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna give a bad product. Like when at first my first plan was like, okay, can you illustrate or render like Joe can, and we'll just finish these last few pages. And he tried and it didn't work. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, then we just start over.
Yeah, that's ballsy, man. That's ballsy, but I can appreciate it. Scary. Let me see here. Okay, so let's look at another book that I am excited about. Larry said, "What's up, peeps? What's up, Larry?" Another book that I am excited about, and
before you do that, you got the radio numbers?
Oh, yes, I do. 1 second. We are at 71,206. 71,206. Yep. Want to think, let's see, want to think Mexico, and I want to think Italy. Italy is hanging out there with us. Thank you, guys.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Please tell your friends about Indie Volt and the Indie Volt Radio Network.
And if you can, go to the YouTube and smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, so you can see our beautiful faces, so you can see this beautiful artwork that Buddy just showed us. It's great to hear it on radio, but it's awesome to see it in real life. So get over there if you can.
Some love, damn it. That's all we want. Some love. Guys, before I show this next comic, what I'm not liking lately? I know my joke is I'm a reluctant taxpayer. I'm not liking taxes at all. It's like, I don't understand.
So you're like a libertarian? You want to get rid of government?
Well, no. Like, I'm tired of buying stuff. It's like, oh, this is $407, and I'm like, okay, sweet, I'll buy it. And they're like, yeah, okay, $440. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, where did that come from? They're like, yeah, taxes. I'm like, kiss my ass, taxes. It's highway robbery.
Exactly.
State's got to have their taste.
You know what it is? It's government interest. That's what it is.
Well, you see, just not to get off on a tangent, but they're just printing their own money now. So why do they gotta? Yeah. Why do we gotta pay taxes? Just print your own money if you want it. You're doing it anyway.
Well, we're not going to get into this whole reserve currency thing. That's a long discussion.
Yeah.
And a completely different podcast.
Yeah. All right, let me bring up. Oh, wait a second. Why is it not? Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it this way. All right. So I tried to share the PDF, but for some reason, the computer's like, no, you can't do that. So what I will do is bring it up this way.
Do you need Charles's book? I've already got it.
Oh, do you? Okay, go ahead and share. I love their art on this book, and it feels like an animated film.
As Monty Python would say, and now for something completely different.
Yeah.
This is Rammer.
That's right.
Am I pronouncing that right, or is it Ramor?
Well, it's Rammer. And
Rammer.
It's spelled oddly for reasons I explained on a Facebook post. Excuse me. I wanted the name of the character. I wanted to be able to have the web address. And Rammer ER was taken by a Norwegian manufacturer of heavy equipment.
Yeah.
So I went for Rammer with an AR, and that was a chain of grocery stores in Turkey.
Oh.
So I went for UR, and that was available, so I grabbed it.
Cool.
I love the art in this book. I will send a copy to look at for review purposes because I'm awesome. And the art on this book it stands out as each page you're like this is a cartoon. This is the art is amazing. I can't say enough about it. There he is. Those guys don't know what they're in for.
That's a great angle on that shot too.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and I can't draw, but I could not explain this panel to the artist. So I sketched it. And unfortunately, my sketch is one of the backup making of pages in the 48 pages because I just couldn't explain it. So I showed him, and obviously he did a much better job with that. His angles are incredible. This guy is Paulo Perez. He's in Brazil, and I found him through a web search. And he's absolutely amazing. And he just does everything right the first time.
And for our radio audience out there who can't see this, who are listening, this heralds right back to the phenomenal Batman animated material that you saw on WB or the DC animated comics that were out there. It's right in that vein, right in that style.
Yeah,
just some great work.
That's the inspiration. Now, this first scene, starting with what you're looking at right now, takes about a half a second, and the panels describe millisecond by millisecond what's happening here. And obviously, Rammer gets the best of these two guys. They found out he was going to rob this museum, and they showed up, and he took care of them. But somebody ratted him out. And the cops get on his trail. The robot cops get on his trail when he leaves the museum. So he's got to figure out how the robot cops knew he was going to be robbing this museum. That's basically the story. This is Snowberry. She's a technician, and she repairs his equipment, so to speak.
Gotcha. And again, just some amazing perspectives on this, some great angles, classic animation.
Yeah, this is very nice.
Now, Paulo does his penciling, inking, and coloring.
Nice.
I gave him photo reference for this wall.
Isn't something you have to give artists, like even like me myself, like the weirdest things to photo reference. It has to be this wall. It has to be this dress.
Yep.
Yeah, like
I gave X. What did I get? I gave him like the world tree. It was like the world. It was Yggdrasil from Magic the Gathering for an aesthetic. So
that statue, which you see there, and if you want to scroll back the other way again, that statue is in this future world. There's a big sister instead of a big brother. Dominatra, also known as Dami. Now, we're not sure. We don't know if she's real or just a figure of some sort, but her statue and likeness is everywhere in this future dystopia.
Kind of reminds me of Metropolis a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I had the I had the rights to that, believe it or not.
Really?
I had the authorized prequel rights, and nobody was interested. Not a single publisher was interested. And
Wow.
Dean Motter did the art.
Oh yeah. That would have been incredible.
No one was interested.
A lot of our listeners might not even know who Dean Motter is, but he did X, right?
Yep. Mr. X.
Mr. X. A great dystopian comic that I haven't seen out in a long time. I used to collect all of them when they were out.
Now, this 48-page book has a bunch of self-contained stories. The lead story by Paulo here is 24 pages. And you saw one page of a backup story by Marco Perugini. That's going to be 6 pages. That's a Rammer story. And then there's a backup feature called Top's Tales of the Police State, which are little alternative comic type stories about what life is like in this police state. Rammer has 2 basic interests in life: money and women. So his needs, his wants, his desires, and motivations are extremely simple.
I like them.
He has more trouble getting money than he has getting women.
See, I probably have the opposite, but I'm married. So.
And there's the Top's cover right there.
Yeah.
Tales of the Police State.
That cover is an interior page in the back of the book. The top section runs, let's see, about 10, 7 or 8 pages in the back of the book. That is the proposed cover for the second issue. One of the things that happened as I developed this character and the stories is I realized I really liked robots, and the book ended up being kind of robot fighter, like a Magnus Robot Fighter.
Nice.
Anybody remember Magnus Robot?
Yeah. I love it. I got a whole stack of them right back here.
Yeah, I was going to say that's another deep cut. And that's Russ Manning.
I have a copy of Magnus Robot Fighter.
Yeah. So if you combine, I think of Rammer as a Judge Dredd style perp, but the art style is DC animated. Mm-hmm. And little bit of robot fighting thrown in there. The second issue is almost done. The third issue is just starting the art. The script is done on that. But this first 48-page issue is absolutely and completely done. Every page of it, 48 pages plus covers.
And we're looking at the contents page right now, apparently, right?
Yep, that's it. And if you notice, Rammer has a bunch of different outfits. That's his Bolero outfit, Bolero jacket. That's when he's fighting or flying. The trench coat descends down from that when he's trying to hide his weapons. That's let's scroll back down. Yeah, sure. That is the free issue Rammer Zero, which is a preview issue. And that's an alternate cover. That's also done by Paulo.
You see, now I the funny thing is, I remember, and we just had a conversation with my son about it. He was saying that to him, like, he didn't like, he likes the Dave Pilkey books because he says the more realistic the story, the less fun it is. But then we asked him on Breakfast Buzz. No, it wasn't Breakfast Buzz. It was Sunday Funnies. We asked him if did he like Dave Pilkey's art. He says, yeah, but I like Eric's better. It has more detail. So yeah, Eric, you and Dave are gonna beef. But but I when we were talking about that later on, and he said, certain things are still enjoyable to him no matter what. And I think, I mean, obviously he would love the art in this book. Might be a little too violent for him, although my kid is weird. He seems like if it's like not violent, he gets mad. Like he recently found out that they edited guns out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's one character that apparently doesn't take any shit, and he'll pull out a gun on you quick, which is like so ghetto for a card game. You know, I lost the card game. Click. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, man. But when my son found out that they edited the gun out, he was very upset.
Wait till they learn what they took out of Pokemon.
Yeah, he'll be really upset.
I mean, is it really? It's based on poker. I mean, one of the beginning ones, Pokemon, poker, you know? I mean, and they definitely shot people over poker all the time.
I've been shot. This,
go ahead.
I thought I won. Oh, I tried to win. Look at this animation. I keep saying animation, but Charles, where's the cartoon, man? Where's the Amazon?
Well, can you show the video?
Yeah, yes. Randy, could you scroll up?
Yep. Let me. I'm gonna have to turn the sound down though.
Yeah. Now Marco did the Perugini did the video.
It was so very. When do I get my show? Everyone
based on Paulo's art.
Let me get up there to it. First one. That's cool.
Nice.
And again, for our radio audience, that's Rammur, Rammur, over on Indiegogo. Go over there and check out that video. It's really
if that video doesn't sell it, I give up.
No, that's cool. I'm definitely sold. That looks great.
Yeah, I'm glad that you couldn't find the RAMMER version too, because that probably would have ended up not being good later on.
No, I think you're right about that. Yeah, I'm not a big heavy metal fan, but I like that music.
Mm-hmm. Worked real well. Yeah,
and this is shipping worldwide. So you've got, let's see, you got the weird thing about this. It's not really weird, but there's a Rammur #1 print, newsprint.
Yeah, it's going to be newsprint, just the way comics are supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Varian is not a fan of newsprint.
Now, Charles, let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I get it. I get the newsprint angle. I'm just saying.
The glossy paper makes me go blind.
See, Charles, it sounds like a personal problem. That doesn't sound like something that I'm going to be affected by. It's like a you problem.
I will slap some shellac on your copy.
Something. I want my hand to slide across the pages so it's newsprint. Now Randy tries to get me to join the newsies, I call them, the newsboys. They sing and dance a little bit too much for me. But this does it affect the color at all, or did it affect the way you guys are going to color?
Yeah, it makes it look better.
I'm going to get several copies of this book, and I'm going to I'm going to judge it harshly, sir.
I bring it on.
He used newsprint. So listen. Eventually, you'll have to do a trade. And you'll have to give these funny dirty newsprint.
No, the trade. I already have this arranged with my publisher, Marcosia, in the UK. They've done 2 trades for me already, and I insisted on non-glossy paper. It wasn't newsprint, but it was non-glossy. And I got into a little bit of an argument about it with them, but they relented. And the other 2 trade paperbacks that we did, totally different characters and material, were great. And this will be on non-glossy paper in the trade.
You, at this point, it seems like a personal attack, Charles. It seems like you're doing this to me.
Well, you can take it that way.
I'm going to suggest a printer for you that will make sure I get it my way. No, this is actually I say that. Wait, the cover's on glossy paper, right? The cover's
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You didn't go full newsprint, did you?
No.
That'll be as far as he goes. He leaves. Oh, well, that was nice. Okay.
We'll print a glossy copy for you. There'll be a print run of 1, and it'll be $700.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he's going to get that slab now.
I'll get a friend. Yeah. There's the one copy of Rammer that's printed on glossy paper. You can feel the quality inside. Look, the book weighs more.
He's paid that for shoes. He might as well pay it for a comic.
It's true. That's true. That's true.
And like Charles says, he's had a lot of experience, a lot of background with packaging these kind of books. This book is done. It's ready to go. He's just looking for backers, for buyers for the product, for the physical copy.
Couple of perks, not too much. Not too much in the way of nothing in the way of alternative covers.
So,
you got the newsprint, and then there's some original art and a dummy poster, a propaganda poster, and that's it.
I have to ask: are the hidden sexual innuendos on purpose?
Are you the guy that's been trolling me about that?
No,
well, somebody's been trolling you.
I mean, it's Rammer, Ram-her, or Ramses, and then you've got like sort of an Egyptian kind of feeling here, but then you have
hold on, stop right there, because you see that
looks like a book plug.
Yeah. You see
I wasn't gonna say nothing. That was under glass.
That statue, that has drawn some comment already. None of this so-called innuendo was intentional, but if it's going to sell more comics, let's go for it.
I mean, there's Rammer, there's Dom.
Yeah, I mean, I refuse to believe that your artist did not see this. Nobody is that like, I don't know, unaware.
The subconscious works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, and we got tops as well.
Yeah,
a building that looks like a cervix right there. I'm just saying.
Maybe we're all undersexed. That's what's going on. We're just like, look.
We're in comics. We're all oversexed if we've been in comics for very long.
Yeah.
Deal in male power fantasies.
This looks good though, and 18
bucks. Amazing. Yeah.
For a copy. Not a lot of variant covers. He didn't go variant.
No. There is that alternative cover for number 0 is inside this issue, but there's no alternative covers. It's it's real straightforward. That cover there is inside.
No man can stop him. No woman can resist him. No prize can daunt him.
Ram on.
Ram on. Yes. Let's hear it for the perp.
Well, one of the things I say is that if you're afraid of a little testosterone or a lot of testosterone, this comic is not for you.
Nice.
I love it. So now this is the story is self-contained.
Yeah. The 24-page story is self-contained. The 6-page story is self-contained, and the 2 top stories, 4 pages and 2 pages, self-contained.
Will we be getting any more? Will we be getting a Rammer number 2?
Yeah, that's done. That's a 34-page self-contained story.
Sweet.
There'll be a backup as well. That'll be 4 pages. The 4-page backup is the Frazetta story. I don't know if you've seen that on Facebook, but Rammer is hired to steal the Conan of Aquilonia Frazetta painting that surfaces at some time in the future, which was stolen from the publisher's offices in the mid-70s, and it has never surfaced again. Frazetta's Conan of Aquilonia painting, which you can find online, stolen in the mid-70s, and no one knows where it is.
Randy has it in his basement.
No, I don't.
He's like, please, FBI, do not come back.
I don't have it. No, I don't.
The Frazetta girls are still looking for it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Sarah Frazetta very graciously gave me permission. I asked her if she was okay with this story, and she said, yeah, fine. It was kind of a courtesy permission, but I figured I would run it by her.
Pops is back in number 1. Y'all get on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That Pops gets everywhere. Just around.
And again, this is the kind of book when you go over to that campaign, if you're a fan of the animated style or this kind of work, that you're going to jump right in and buy in on this book.
Yeah,
And the violence and all of that. We're talking about a PG-13 type of rating here. Not too bad.
I noticed that you got a flexible goal, so you're gonna get this print anyway, more than likely.
Shh, be quiet.
And just $40 for the Rammer number 1 with signed sketch page.
Yeah. Now, what's going to happen here? Anybody who grabs this is I'm going to have to tell Paulo, okay, Paulo, go to the art supply store and get some art paper and draw these pictures and ship them to me.
Yeah.
From Brazil.
Yeah. Oh, you'll see those in a week.
Now the Dami poster, if we do that Dami poster, that's done. The artist is in New York. He'll sign it. So I'll get it printed and send it to him.
Let's swing down to what that looks like here.
He did such an amazing. This guy's name is Matt Chick with no K on the end. He did such an amazing job on this poster.
Yeah.
He's I see the thing is too. I think the art style works really well with the story, even though like it usually you see this art style, I think, oh, it won't be super serious or it won't be but I'm just in love with the art. Eric.
Well, you wouldn't say that about the Batman animated show.
No, but what's funny though? When that first premiered, I did not like it as a kid. I'm like, why is his shin so big?
Wow.
Yeah. And then like about episode 3, I was like, it looks kind of cool.
Those colors in the back of the Dami poster, that's the flag of the Global Freedom Authority, the GFA.
Okay.
Man Machine Guns reminds me of Metropolis, the film. Yeah, we mentioned that he actually had the rights to that, and
nobody was interested.
Yeah.
The German rights holders wanted an outrageous amount of money for the rights, and that was part of the problem. There's 2 rights holders. The daughter of the guy who created all the sculpted images in Metropolis, she has those rights separately, and then there's a publisher, German publisher, that has the rights to the story. And between the 2 of them, they wanted $4,000 US.
Wow.
And that was before a page of art was drawn.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, you see, I can't wait till I can get to that type of ridiculous demands. What? Draw your cover? I'll be needing $17,000 to even look at my drawing board. Oh man, whatever. That'd be great.
Now
are you talking about J.C. Scott Campbell there?
Yeah, Mr. 16 to 20K, a cover.
One of the things that's a little bit different here is that I actually have a publisher,
right?
Marcosia, who is the largest British independent publisher. Now, Rammer number 1 is already out digitally on Comixology and Drive Through Comics. 48 pages for $2.99.
Ooh, it's not bad.
And Harry Marcos is just an unbelievably great guy. He's been my publisher for a number of different projects, and he's really easy to deal with. Marcosi is really easy to deal with. They publish a ton of stuff, really nice looking stuff.
In newsprint. Because
not on newsprint, though.
I know.
Not on newsprint.
I'm gonna keep messing with you about that. Like, yeah, your book is great.
That's what's his face who does the newsprint in the U.S.
Peter Smetty.
Alternate. Yeah.
Alternate Comics. Yeah.
Peter and his newsprint. His newsprint. Him and Randy, the Newsboys, standing up there with their book, singing, dancing, frolicking. Travis Gibbs says, how much can we get for NFT of the Indie Vote logo? It's gotta be worth a quick 50,000. Yeah. That's gotta be, I'm gonna do it. Quick, nice NFT Indie Vote logo.
I'm sure you're working on that right now.
Wouldn't that cost about that much to make it?
Last time I tried, gas fees were about $50. So any one piece that would cost you 50 USD.
I'm gonna make an NFT of, like, I don't know. I gotta find something that's unique. Like, I don't know, my birth certificate or something. Yeah.
Your birth certificate.
Yeah. It seems like a bad idea, but damn it.
Sell it as an NFT.
Yeah.
You have the rights to
is that a USA birth certificate?
It is. I was born I was born in the States, apparently. I tried to get out of it, but
he was born in Ireland.
Yeah.
Does the birth certificate have a T on the end of your name?
No, there's no T. There's no T. Yeah, there's no T. That would have been that would have been unique. No, my I've mentioned this before, my high school diploma, though, totally misspelled my name. Totally just misspelled it. Put me as Vivian. I had to have them change it. I'm like, who is this?
You're like, I've been here for 4 years.
Yeah. You're calling me Vivian?
What? Yeah, when they looked at my transcript, somebody had taken like a pen and like scratched out the R and turned it to a V. And that was Vivian. They moved letters around. I'm like, why would you think I messed up my own name?
That seems like something that would be in like a comedy, like a 1980s comedy, you know? And then the dude like drops trowel and goes, "Does this look like a Vivian?"
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up.
No, I wish I could. My wife hasn't let me forget it. Sometimes she'll still call me Vivian. Especially when I'm upset about something that she thinks is frivolous.
I'm surprised she hasn't named things Vivian. Just for
yeah. She hasn't yet. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Coming soon to Shocker Comics.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Vivian the Turtle.
Yeah. I'll be so mad. Travis says,
when are we gonna have a shoe cam for Varian?
Everyone keeps asking about that. I got some shoes that are expensive. I can do that. Travis says, on my divorce papers, I was Miss Travis Gibb. I wonder sometimes I'm truly divorced. Yeah, you better check.
You signed the wrong paper.
You signed the wrong spot, or
somebody got a good look at your birth certificate. That's what it was, Travis.
Like,
sorry.
Oh, can you imagine that? Just like I'm in the wrong section. Although I was very scared for a second. This friend of mine, Eric, and I know him, Scott Zambelli. I needed a witness really quick when I got married, and I forgot to get a witness. So Scott like lives around the corner from me. He wasn't doing anything, so he came over, and I had to make sure he signed in the right place because the last thing I wanted to find out is I was married to him. Which normally would have been legally a couple years ago, would have been legally impossible, but nowadays, I'd have been like, Scott, I got bad news for you.
Yeah, but as long as you didn't consummate the marriage, you could have gotten out of it.
Yeah.
Quick annulment.
Yeah, it's like seems here that we are.
I don't even want to go there. I'm thinking of all these jokes with rubber gloves, but no, don't want to go there.
Oh man,
Scott could Gary Vivian across the threshold. It was all very romantic.
I'm Vivian now. You should. I mean, it took me a while to get that fixed on my diploma too. It was like, come on, can you please fix it? It took 2.5 months before I got it fixed, and it wasn't a quick process. Thankfully, it was free because it was their goof up. But yeah, yeah. Has anybody else have had like Eric? You get your name spelled for C a lot, probably.
Yeah, I get C, I get CK. That's just too much for me.
I get these people calling me up asking for Charles Santiago.
Where in the
trying
world?
trying to sell me stuff. and I say, wait a minute, there's only 3 syllables in my name. So where are you getting the 4th syllable?
They're like, no, he spelled his name incorrectly. That's
Well, at least you're not like, Charlene Santorino. I mean,
I get more irritated with people saying Hudson and not Hodson. I gotta tell them, look, there's an odd in there.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Houston. We joke about this in New York. Well, I'm not in New York, but I watch a lot of TV shows that are based in New York, and they have a problem. There's a street there, Houston. Now the rest of the world we call that Houston. But yeah, in New York it's Houston. But when a little girl went missing, they called her like Jasmine Houston. And I'm like, no, according to you guys, her name is Jasmine Houston.
And you know what Soho is?
It sounds like a cuss word, but southern
south of Houston Street.
Yeah.
But why isn't it called Soho?
Soho. Yeah. Soho. Yeah, I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot more TV than you would think. I'm especially I sit back and
he is very cosmopolitan. How dare you question him?
Yeah. I watch TV with a nice bottle of wine, and
he was named after a TV character. So come on,
hey, look, Vivian's got to sit down with her wine at night. I don't know why you're bothering her. All right.
Listen, I get so. The funny thing is, if I'd have been a girl, my name was going to be Tia, which
I think she should make a comic book about the adventures of Varian and Vivian.
Yeah, she could be like my evil twin sister or something.
It's like was it Ranma, right?
Yeah, Ranma, yeah.
Ranma.
Yeah. I read a bad comic, I turn into a girl.
Gets doused in water and turns into a panda.
Poof. Don't read any Marvel. You'll never change back.
I want to change back to a guy.
It's like, oh, that was their plan all along. Insidious.
I can't change back. Rammer guys over on Indiegogo. Go over there and check it out.
RAMMUR. Rammer. Over on Indiegogo.
And listen, if we can get this book funded and up there where it needs to be, we can talk Charles into making some action figures. However, because it's Charles and his love for newsprint, he's going to give us paper dowels. I know it.
I'm going to shellac a copy for you.
I appreciate it. We need an action figure of Rammer.
We need an animated movie.
I see that.
That comes action figures. Yeah,
I see that being an email on Wednesday's show.
Yeah,
about people wanting to shellac comics
or shellac Rammers.
I don't even want to know what that might mean.
He was gonna. Oh man,
where are these pages stuck together? Not for the reason you think.
Yeah. I want to take a look at one more campaign too here, Randy. We got one more we got to look at.
Two more. I don't know what you're talking about. We got 2 more to go.
2 more? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess we can look.
Ask your wife.
Yeah. Hers?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
It all started with a shoe cam.
Yeah. Here we go. Laura, I'll bring it up.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
There we go. Lure from the Indie Princess herself. $1,635. A $1,500 goal. Lola, you've made it. 19 days left. How does it feel?
Good. I'm excited. I got some more shows to go on to. I got one tomorrow. I actually got to go on. I just booked some more shows.
All right.
Never stops with her pornographic book. Now, it is an adult book.
People love me. What can I say?
You got your fetish sticker unlocked. You got the Daphne Lage print unlocked now. You work on the sticker. There's the cover, drawn by Dave the Supreme. And the interior is done by Dave, too. There's an exclusive Lola wraparound cover for $30. What else do we have here? The character sheets, the different tiers, the one with the key bottle opener, or the one with the ring. Both of those play a part in the comic, or you can get the perk for both of them. $60. So you get the book, both invites, and the ring and the key. What else do we have here, Lola? What else do we have? Soul Central. It's a Lola cover with those same perks, and the unsolicited book and Fetishes A to Z book, which is the books that I really like because
Why does it look like Doug TeNapel?
does it? I guess it
Not those, yeah, the one up there.
Everyone keeps saying Blair looks like Doug TeNapel.
Blair looks like I don't see it, but especially since I know who you modeled them off of. It's like there's a Shocker Comics logo and the Lure logo on t-shirts. Lola, those t-shirts have to be white, by the way. Can they be black or can they be a darker color?
They look better on white.
Huh?
But I haven't, only one person has ordered a t-shirt right now.
Mhm.
So, I could change the color, but
Well, you don't hate it for that person. They obviously ordered a white one.
they look better on white. I'm talking about for you.
No, yeah, for me, I'd have to get like a dark color one. I don't do white t-shirts, man. I stain those quickly. Fetishes A to Z, cover by me. A hastily put together cover by me. But there it is. That art is still available, correct, Lola? And Jason Doobie dropped in and did a piece for Lola's the Fetishes A to Z pack. There it is. He actually drew Lola. I talked to him about that. I keep reminding myself to talk to him. I'm gonna make a note of it tonight. Another Daphne Lage print, a Zentai, not just for Rangers anymore. Unsolicited. That's another cover I did. There's a guy taking a picture of his junk. That was a fun cover to draw. That was a fun cover. I did it live online. And inked it and got it to my colors, and he knocked it out the park. And Lola said, "Okay, now it's on the cover of this book." There's the team, Lola and Dave. Get over there, folks. You got 19 days left.
You gonna do your pitch about it? You did awesome on JD's show.
Oh, well, I guess I could.
Go ahead.
So this chick here, Chastity, is a high maintenance woman. She has a husband who's a bit of a cuck. He does anything he wants for her, anything she wants, and she likes to go to parties of ill repute, where they can go to they go to swinger parties, and the WrestleMania of swinger parties is a party called Lure. But you have to be you have to be noticed to go to that one. Well, when they do, they go, they get noticed, they get the invite, they go to the party, and they realize it's probably the last place on earth they want to be. It's not Disneyland at all. In fact, it is the most unhappiest place on earth, and they want out, but they can't get out. Not without possibly losing more than their lives or worse. Their lives or worse. Wow. Yeah. There's Blair, the guy who set it all up. Maybe you'll find out. There's his ring. He's got the ring on. There's the logo. That key is actually in the that key there, and the logo is actually in the part of the key you can buy if you select that perk. Yeah, there we go. There's the there's your spiel. I did it for you.
Good job.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And
do it tomorrow.
Yeah, you do it tomorrow. And Randy, do you have something?
I do. We have only 3 days left to go on the Indiegogo campaign of Indie Volt Revolt, which is a sequential art collection, a collection of short stories by a lot of the talent that you've heard here on Indie Volt. All Indie Volt contributors and fans put together a set of short stories. It's a black and white volume that's going to be probably around 140 pages long by the time we're done with it. All short stories, beginning, middle, and ends. Just a great collection of genres and talent from pretty much worldwide. We have Jake Twister in there from Norway. We have Glenn Fleming and Russ Leach there from Great Britain. And just a huge variety of talent and genres. There's 2 different cover sets. It's actually a flip book. You're going to go in one side at least 30, 35 to 40 pages, and then it's going to flip over and you'll go in again another 35, 40 pages with two great covers on each book. So, do you want me to run that commercial?
Sure, go ahead.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that. Over 110 great pages of black and white comics, over 15 complete stories performed by over 24 creators, all contributors or listeners to the Indie Vault podcast. A square-bound graphic novel-sized book wrapped around 2 different front covers. This is a flip book with 2 different cover set options for you to choose from. All performed by a wide variety of talent from a wide variety of countries, all wanting to show you their potential and the power of what alternative and independent comics can have. And that's just the start. Stretch goals will add more stories to this book, making it literally as big as the backers can possibly make it, and heralding the return of Arrow Comics back to regular publishing greatness. This is not the time for alternative and independent comics to stand still. This is time to revolt. This is Indie Vault Revolt. Get yours today. It's Indie Vault Revolt. Like I said, it's probably going to be 140 pages before it's done. There's 3 days left on this campaign, and when that's done, we're going to close it out. I've got the print file about 90% complete, depending upon how many last-minute stories we need to add, and then it is going to the printer. We have a special Feeling a Little Mischievous tier here where you can order the Revolt book that has the Russ Leach cover from Only Death Can Save Us, along with cover by Daphne Lage of Mischievous, who is a character from Tales from the Anniverse that I did back in the 80s. And along with that book, I'm including the first 3 issues of Tales from the Anniverse from Massive Comics. And the second issue of that is has a special focus on Mischievous that's 48 pages thick, and has a lot of different artists' interpretations of Mischievous in there by some people you know and some people you knew back in the 80s, or the 90s, back when the book was originally printed. I'm also offering for a limited time the next person to come in on the retailer perk, which is $75 for 3 issues of each cover set. That's 6 books for $75. The book's going to have a $19.99 cover price. The next comic shop retailer that comes in on this tier, I will personally mail the first 2 months worth of Arrow Comics products once they are printed in August and September. I'll send them 2 copies of each book for them to display and sell in their store. So if you come in on that retailer perk, you're going to get a lot more than just 6 copies of Revolt to sell. So please go over to Indiegogo, take a look at Indie Vault Revolt, sequential art collection, and back it if you can. There's only 3 days left. We're at 59 backers. Another Another 16 backers, and we add more stories to the book.
More. And possibly maybe I'll have a weird appearance by me to do something. I'm lazy, guys. I'm lazy.
I keep trying to get him to put a contribution in a some type. So
is this on news? Goes. Is this newsprint?
No, this is going to be on 60-pound stock paper with a 110-pound gloss cover.
Yeah,
it is a print-on-demand book, so we'll be printing pretty close to orders. Few extras in case there's damages, and then once that's done, it's done.
Yeah, there was talk of it being on newsprint, and I started crying. And, Randy wouldn't know why I was crying, and yeah.
No, this is in black and white. It would look okay on newsprint, but I really want this to have that look and feel of a solid graphic novel, and also the print on demand process. You really can't get that done on newsprint that I'm aware of. Everything's just pretty close to
that's absolutely true. And
white and typing paper.
And the black and white art is going to look great in that format.
Yeah, it's just going to pop. It's going to be a great product. I can't wait to get it out there. And I've been publishing stuff for years, and I haven't been more proud of a collection of stories than with this book. It's just going to be a great product. Can't stress that enough.
Very cool. And that's going to close in, is it 4 days?
2 days.
3 days. It's got 3 days left to go.
3 days.
Yep.
3 days left, folks. Get over there and pick it up. We will start with Mr. Santino. Where can our listeners find you?
On Facebook, of course, and Instagram and Twitter. I don't do too much there, but I am there. But primarily on Facebook, and of course this ongoing Indiegogo.
And how long does that have left to go? That's still got
just started. Yeah, it's got 55 days or something like that.
54 days running. Yep. And you have a $500 flexible goal.
Very modest, unlike me.
And then we have Buddy Lord.
And again, for folks out there that don't buy into like independent products, this book is self-contained. Rammer is self-contained stories. It's a great looking book. It's going to be a really fun product. You really want to go over there and take a look and buy in.
It's just like a mainstream book, except mainstream publishers are too stupid to publish something like this.
Something this much fun.
Exactly.
You're going to give young people
you're going to get them all defensive and stuff. Yeah. What do you mean? It's all the modern stuff's great. Comics are booming.
In Japan.
Only if they're manga. Oh my god, that whole argument. Are comics manga or manga comics? They're periodicals. Get over it.
Yeah. Buddy, where can people find you at?
You can find me at the Buddy Lord on Twitter. You can
that's Lord, Lord.
Buddy Lord.
The Lord, as in I am your sovereign. You should kneel down to me and buy many comic books. I'm just saying. But find me there, or you can go to sinsofthefae.com, and that is where the comic book is in demand on Indiegogo right now.
And I think sometime real soon we all need to do at least one podcast where we're all puppeted up, just like that, just like Buddy Lord there. I think that would be cool. We're all just talking back and forth as dinosaurs. Just awesome.
That'd be kind of cool. And Eric.
Yes. You can find me at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias that matter. If you're on the social media, you look up at Dreaded Dinosaur, and I'm not there, it don't matter. Twitter, Twitch. Well, I don't go on Twitch much, but Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that nonsense. You can find me here next Monday for It Came From Webtoon, where Varian and I will sit down and we're going to look through Tapas and just kind of surf the independent sphere of Tapas. We did that with Webtoon. It was a great episode. We found some really cool comics. You got to check that episode out on YouTube. We found some really good gems, and we're going to see if we can't repeat the same thing. Also, there are very few copies left of the first printing of Roddy Piper Kilted Avenger. Head over to Pro Wrestling Tees and bankrupt them of those last few copies. Second print run has been ordered, and it'll be showing up soon, and we can't wait for that. And as always, Webtoon Tapas, Dreaded Dinosaur Man. Check that out. Subscribe. Leave a comment. I would appreciate it very much.
And Mr. Zimmerman.
Me, you can find me on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman, under Twitter under Randy Zim. I don't have time for the other social platforms. I'm very sorry.
Well, then.
I just no.
He's very busy. He has people do his things. You don't understand. He doesn't even pee himself. Someone else does it for him. They just bring him a bottle, you see, and then they get rid of it.
There you go. You can also find Arrow Comics 4.0 over on Facebook. If you want to see some of the artwork that we're going to be presenting starting in August, September. We also mentioned the Indie Volt Revolt book there and a number of other projects. Luke Stone currently has a campaign running that's an Arrow product for his book Hybrids that we're really happy to be associated with. And Arrow Comics 4.0 over on YouTube as well. And you'll find me back, and as well as Varian and Daphne Lage even on Thursday morning at the Breakfast Buzz at 9 a.m. Then I host a program also on Sunday morning called the Sunday Funnies, where we try to talk about the more lighter side, more whimsical side of comics, though the conversation has a bad tendency of going all over the place. So you're going to want to tune in for Sunday Funnies. Sometimes it's Geeks and Geezers, as Varian says, where we're talking about some great old stories, but it's never, ever a dull time. It's always a lot of fun to do. You never know who's going to show up or where the conversation's going to go. That's Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Indie Volt Radio Network, YouTube, Facebook, and the like. So I think that's... did I cover everything?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. Indie Princess, you want to tell everybody to find you? Are you with your link tree?
Man, I'm everywhere. So just track me down using Linktree, indie_princess. You'll find all my links there. If you want to see me on shows this week, I'll be on Critical Blast tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Geekgasm, which is my show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Thursday, I'll be on Dark Gift Comics. I forgot the time for that. I think 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Saturday is Backer Shots at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
That's probably two.
Last week she got drunk during Backer Shot. So
last week's was pretty crazy.
And of course everybody can check me and Randy out. Like he told you. We'll be here. I'll be here Monday. Check out the IndieVoteAwards.com. Getting ready to put some information up for that very soon.
Didn't get your second Hall of Famer video together in time?
I just got confirmation that they wanted to be in. So needed confirmation. So
they're dragging their feet.
Yeah, people are. But yeah, so we'll be talking about who that is. If not later this week, definitely next Tuesday. We'll have that video package ready.
What's our radio number?
It's 82701.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank you guys, and we'll be taking off for the night. You guys try to remember to leave this industry a better place than you found it.
Are we cutting it short? You didn't want to talk about? Please send your Roku channel, Indie Volt TV. Over there, where you have some wrestling programs and some oddball podcasts and other great shows over there that folks need to.
Well, I could talk about that. I could tell them that I know they're all thirsty. They need to quench their thirst for our new energy drink dropping next week.
There we go. Also, IndieVolt.com. You can listen on Indie Volt Radio. Find that app at the Google Play Store over at Streama and other places. If you ask Alexa nicely, she might actually turn over to Indie Volt Radio.
Make sure, though, if you send those emails in, IndieVoltLive@IndieVolt.com, include IndieVolt Live in the subject, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less. And again, next week, new product that we have.
And like Buddy Lord says, we are giving out extra points for creativity. So try to write those emails up nice.
Yeah. When I have to start doing coupon codes, I'm gonna mute Randy's mic. I'm gonna mute his mic all the time when I start doing coupon codes. We have someone coming in to do that pretty soon. They're gonna be giving out coupon codes. You'll definitely want to be listening out for that because it's gonna save a lot of our independent contributors or independent publishers money. you know, a lot of you guys will utilize those services, so we don't want to give it away. But also,
give what, the coupon code?
The coupon code for our.
You don't trust me with a coupon code?
No, you'll blurt it out. So I'm just kidding. Well, it'll be the same. It'll never change. But yeah. And then again, next week we have another product dropping. Because we like to put stuff out around here, stuff that's off the wall and wacky. So here's a commercial for our next products. We had it before it sold out, but now it's coming back. Here it is. Delicious Indie Volt Buzz Berry drink. Delicious. It will make you draw better. It will make you write harder.
And now you know why all of these great videos are getting made, because somebody's drinking a lot of energy drink.
Yeah.
Staying up until 3 a.m.
That's right. That's right. Those Indie Volt energy drinks. Get them while they're hot. They'll be at the back in our store next week.
Or see it now. Working with the editing software, rolling cans are tight.
Yeah. Oh, they are. Yeah. Rolling cans are. You know, it's like, was that video hard to do, Barry? No, it was super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until they have like the 3D cake printer, you know, and he just makes an Indie Volt cake.
I've had an Indie Volt. No, we
Don't give him any ideas.
We had a last call comics cake. Yeah. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon. I'll take us out of here.
Thanks a lot. Good night.
Take care, everyone.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
How can he close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.